Recording in progress from Australia. My Soon, thank you for being there. Thank you for turning on the camera again. We can't hear you, we can't see you. You're in the dark. You're in the dark. My Soon, we're calling you from COP26. In the dark. All colors are bright. My Soon, are you okay? We can't see you. Louisa?
Yes, I'm there. Oh,
Oh,
yes, and my
yes.
Soon as well. Oh.
I was just gonna ask, maybe tomorrow would be a better time for
Any
this.
day, every day is the best time.
Sure. Just anyway, the water is warm, not too cold, not too hot. Perfect. It's a bit cold wind, so I don't know. I've been wanting to have a swim, but it might be a bit late.
Is it does the waves scare you?
Sorry?
Will you swim in the waves? Are they scary?
With the waves? Oh no, they're small here right now today. But I like waves, yes. I like swimming with the waves. Did you say waves, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they are big.
They're right. No, they're quite gentle today. It's just a bit windy, so that's I like moving with the energy of the wave.
Can you imagine how it is to see a wave when you've never seen a wave before? Never seen the ocean? Like being a mountain person? If you're a mountain person and never seen a wave, never seen the ocean like this, how does it feel?
That's right. Yeah, it's quite a very different element. I think lots of people that never seen the ocean are quite amazed and also scared of it, which is understandable, because if you don't understand it, it can be dangerous. But if you understand it, you just have to go with the flow, because the waves always bring you back to the shore.
So what's the smell like?
Eh?
What's the smell?
The smell?
Yeah.
It's very fresh. There's a little bit of a seaweed smell, a little bit, not too much. Not compared to my home country, where there's a strong smell of iodine, you know, like of what is it called again? Not iodine. The feel-good smell of the ocean. Yacht, you know. I think that's something that's very healthy for us, to make us quite happy as well.
And does the waves influence your breath?
Hey?
Well, like your breath, like when the waves are coming in, how does it feel you when breathing in and out?
Yes, it's very nice. I like playing with the waves on the shore and feeling also, I don't know, it's something that's very soothing and healing, I find. Yeah, I think it's that combination between the salts and the iod and the oxygen or something. But I like the movement, you know, and play with that movement and feel how dynamic it is. And it's energizing. What?
No, it's beautiful, but you know, the camera is showing the ocean going side, like horizontal or no vertical. It's yeah, it makes me think it's good that the water is not falling off the planet.
Yes, I don't have, that's why tomorrow I'll have a better handle, you'll have a better look of it. But,
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Like the sun sets on the land here, so because we're on the East Coast. And sometimes you have a nice, I'm used to be on the West Coast when the sun sets over the ocean. But here I learned to enjoy the sun setting over the land because you get to see the reflection of the sun into the waves sometimes with the colors, and it's quite another beauty. Yes, it's all about the colors and the reflections. And of course, the sunrise over the ocean, quite amazing.
Yeah, it makes me really think that people who are living inland, like landlocked countries, that is not having a big harbor, not pollution coming from big rivers into the ocean. So the big economies always have big harbors, like China, you have huge harbors. But Tibet is inland, so it doesn't have its income from transportation, big ships, all the goods, taxation, all these kind of things. Is not for countries living inland. So they make the dynamics make people inland more poor than people living in harbors, the big ships, container ships, transporting all the goods to around the planet.
Yes.
My city in Norway imports stone from India or marble from India because it's cheaper to get stone, marble, shipped from India to Norway to put it on the town square. Can you imagine how crazy that is? Yes.
Wow.
So the ocean is lifting stone from India to all kind of the world, like, because it's cheaper for people to, you know, carve out stone and marble, I guess.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that there was marble. Of course there is. There's a Taj Mahal. It's like, no, there was marble in India.
The marble. Yeah, no, the planet is called the blue marble. For some, but it's not a blue marble. It's like more like water and air. It's like air. It's like water particles from the ocean goes up in the sky. Mm-hmm. As the pollution as well, like carbon. So the air pollution is part of the problem, not only water pollution. carbon is food for the trees, also for food for seaweed. So that's why the seaweed and the trees are storing carbon.
Yeah, there's a lot of oxygen from the ocean, isn't there? I think most of our oxygen comes from the ocean.
Yes. That's why part of Australia might be dry, is that the heat of the desert is like pushing clouds over the sky. So it's rain there, but it's raining in the ocean, not on the land. Do people talk about planting forests or planting in the desert of Australia trees again?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Do Australians think about planting trees in the dry areas of Australia?
Planting trees?
Yeah, I don't know if they want to plant trees.
Yeah, big, of course. There's a big push to plant trees. Around where I am, they are planting lots of trees, actually, which is quite amazing. Like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trees, which is wonderful. Probably thousands of trees. Yeah, it's a big part. Like lot of people are doing it. There's a big push to do it, and there's also a big thing about preserving old forests, old trees. But yeah, because some part of Australia is quite old, before the first ice age or something, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, planting trees is the big thing. Especially after the bushfire as well.
Yes. What does Indigenous Australian say? What does the feeling, emotions, imagine, dreams for Australians, like Indigenous Australians? Do they have dreams for the future?
Of course, but we'll have to ask them. I think that should be our next project and podcast, to give some voices around the country, because it's such a big continent, really, in different parts, with different geographies and ecosystems and tribes. Whoa, I stepped on something that popped. Must be a jellyfish. And someone did something. I'm gonna have a look what they.
It's a good action, Maysoon, to make an Australian podcast, the Voicing from Australia, as a project.
Yes, we should.
We will support in that action. Imagine then. Oh, look at this.
Sorry?
Oh, that's beautiful. We saw something strange. It's a new animal.
Yeah, that's hang on, I'm showing my tongue as well, so I'll have a better way. This is a spinifex.
Huh?
You know those things that rolls around in the desert?
Oh, no, I don't know them.
And that's a big blue bottle here. That's a jellyfish.
Is it dead?
And this stings a lot. If the tail wraps around you, it can be quite painful. But not dangerous though. And that comes from the north. It's like the season now, it comes in spring. They come from the north, from the tropics.
Looks like art, but is
I
it
love this
alive or
blue
dead?
color.
Is it alive or dead?
Sorry?
Is the thing, the jellyfish, is it alive or dead?
Oh, it's dead on the beach. Yeah. But it's means that there was some in the ocean. I'm gonna put the
Is it alive?
set the jellyfish, the spinifex free.
Was that an animal or a bush?
Say that again.
The thing that was running around, running on the beach, was it an animal or a bush?
I know. I've been wanting like to run like them, like with them. I like the way they move with the wind. It's very funny. So this is a long walk. I was trying to see how far my data can go. But it's okay. I'm in good company. So it's nice to finally be able to walk with you while we're talking.
How does the water feel for your toes?
Sorry?
How does the water feel for your toes? Is it cold or warm, or I guess you're
It's
without
actually,
shoes?
yeah, it's actually warm. Like it's not cold. It's a bit warmer than it has been. But so the wind is slightly cold. So I've been really like the water actually makes me want to have a swim. But the wind is a bit cold, so I think I won't. It's dusk already. And as we saw, there's blue bottles, so I won't risk it.
Yes. Is that a bird? A seagull? No.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's gone.
gone.
It's actually very late today. Well, the beach is rarely this empty, so we're very lucky. Are you missing the ocean, Ingemete?
Yes, I am. I was closing my eyes to imagine that I was there. And how it feels like. I was trying to imagine that I could see the oceans, like kind of see the currents on the sea, on the planet, like where the waves are going, coming from the north, trying to understand what's like in my mind, how is this working around the globe? So now I can see, I try to understand how these waves are, where they're coming from, you know? Just to understand the big movements of the water around the planet. And you know, like on the North Pole, on the South Pole, what does it look with the eyes? You know, is it wavy like this? What kind of things is there?
Yes.
Thinking about the Mexican Gulf, how the Gulf Stream is going up, I understand, to the North Pole, the water coming down melting from the ice because it's hotter. I don't know what's going on. If the water will rise.
It's your Viking blood talking.
Hmm?
Your ancestors have traveled along those roads, right?
So then if the sun and if the water is rising, if that's going to be the future, imagine what we will do then. So
That's
it's like
true.
being the friend or the enemy of the water. If the brutality of the rising oceans will kind of make people move. I don't know how it's going to be. What do you think, Louisa?
Yeah.
Will the water rise? Like, do people talk about the water will rise on this place, Mysoon? Do they think that in 100 years there will be water will coming up and up and up? And,
Where I am?
yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised actually. I listened to this like yeah, people are concerned, of course, because we are prone to flooding, like between fires and floods. And because there's a lot of rivers here as well, but anyway, floods, yes. And with the I wasn't aware, and I listened like to this people were talking around this community how the effect of the ocean rising and a big part of this place will be underwater actually, like the suburbs around, like some part of it. It could become a real issue, which I didn't realize it would be, like on a local level. If the water was rising and we got flooded, we could be quite affected.
Well, if it goes slow, like 100 years, we wouldn't notice that much. But if it comes like bam, it goes up like in some bigger steps, then it will be different. But otherwise, maybe people will live like you, like just enjoying the water, playing with the ocean, looking at its beauty.
Yeah, you have to enjoy it. We're part of it, and regardless of whatever happens, I think the thing for us is to deal with what's gonna happen and adapt to it. The adaptation is the only way, right? So understand what's gonna happen. So it's like swimming, like with those waves. Like if you don't understand them, you of course you wouldn't know how to swim with the waves, and you can, if you don't know how to swim, you could drown. If you don't know how the waves work, you can panic and get in trouble and drown. But if you are comfortable, like if you go with the wave, like that's something that I've learned with being in the ocean a lot. It's like you can't go against the current or the wave. It's way too big. And you get hurt.
Oh, look at this.
Badly hurt. So you have to flow with it. And then it's supportive. So I think maybe tomorrow morning we can meet here.
Yes.
I think that's the spot. I still have data. So, reception, I mean, it looks okay.
You see the waves are coming from right and wrong. They are different. Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, the ocean is really nourishing us, really, as humans. We come from the ocean, actually.
Do you see any big fishes there? Do you, when you go
Long
swimming in
long
sharks?
time ago, someone decided to walk on this earth, and that's how we started, maybe. Last reflection of the sky in the water, the clouds. There's Venus, the first star.
It's getting darker and darker. Will it be dark before you're back home?
Sorry?
Will it be dark? Like the night will come
Yeah, it's
before you
getting very
get...
dark.
Yes, it is dark.
It was very late. Sorry?
Yes. It's...
Yeah. I'm actually, like, the first time I see it so empty, so I'm glad you girls are with me.
You're walking back to your house now.
Say that again.
You're walking back home to your house.
Yes, I am. It's a bit far now. I just needed to check that, but yeah, it's quite far. It should be fine. It's a good way to walk home.
Colors of blue and dark.
Sorry, Luisa?
We see the colors of blue and dark and white merging together like a piece of art.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful.
But what is there anything else that we need to
Yes.
talk through, or will we just see what happens? Starting with Chetna in India, then going to you, and then switching to Inga Mette and asking people in the meantime to check in from where they are with their thoughts.
Yes.
So then we're fine, right? It will be fine. But
It will be
then
fine.